What's up, YouTube world? It's Pure Hustle. Just wanted to make a kind of a continuation follow-up video to yesterday's video, but I wanted more to address the retail investors like myself, right? As far as the YouTubers is concerned, for us, we've seen all the YouTubers, bro, from the beginning stages, man. Like, so many to freaking name. Whether they're still with the movement or, whether they're deciding that they're flip-flopping or whatever, or just completely backlashing it. It's irrelevant at this point. To me, it is, at least. We've seen a lot of these people, man. And some of them, I can't speak for everybody else as far as retail, as far as us being the audience, watching the YouTubers. I don't know everybody's perspective on every individual YouTuber. So there may be some people that you still continue to watch. There may be some people that you didn't watch at all. There's some people that you decided not to watch anymore because of your, whatever your beliefs are, or towards that person, what they said or may have did. But I just want to remind retail investors that the truth is, yes, when we started the movement, we had YouTubers around with us, right? And for most individual investors, certain YouTubers were the reason on why they decided to join and get into AMC, and that's cool. But here's the truth. We don't need them. When we got into this play, we knew exactly what we needed to do. Now, of course, nobody predicted that it was gonna be this long, and yeah, we may have to wait a little bit longer. And it sucks because, a lot of people, whether they be inexperienced or impatient, or time just getting hard, or where people got to make certain decisions and pull back from certain money that they started with, that's just kind of how it is. But whatever decision that you made, whatever the reason was for why you got into AMC, you got to remember that it was you at the end of the day, not nobody else. Nobody else took your money and put it in here. You're not, in a play with other partners. This was your individual account, your individual brokerage account. You put your own money up. You made that decision, right? Not a YouTuber. So I'm saying this to say that we don't need them, dude. I know that everything gets hard, and we, originally started watching a lot of YouTubers to kind of get that extra strength and confidence, and some YouTubers still do that, but there's too much wishy-washy shit going on between these YouTubers, man. And I just kind of want to remind the retail people like me that we don't need these motherfuckers. We really don't. Now, I'm not gonna say that you don't need to watch YouTubers at all. I'm not gonna say that. If you find wisdom and confidence, and you feel like the YouTuber that you're watching is really genuine, and they really care about the community, and they're actually trying to help, and you actually feel like you learned something, by all means, you know what I'm saying? Why not want to keep them around? Why not, give continue to have that subscription with a person like that. There's nothing wrong with it at all. What I'm trying to say is that if a person isn't adding value to your life, if you're not learning anything from them, if they can't teach you nothing, if you can't walk away from a conversation with somebody to be like, okay, you know, I learned something, or that person was dropping some jewels, or it's kind of a life lesson that maybe I can apply in my life at a certain point. You know, if they kind of make you stagnant, you having those type of conversations with a lot of people who put you down, and after you end a video, you kind of feel like a certain way, you don't need that. You know what I'm saying? You don't. Because none of these YouTubers are providing for you. None of them are paying your bills. None of them are helping you out throughout your daily life. It's just you and your decision making. So yeah, for me personally, I still watch a couple of people, and there's a couple of people that I unsubscribed from because it just got into a point where I felt they weren't adding value. I felt, you know, a lot of people, and then you'll get a lot of other YouTubers say, oh, this certain person and that certain person regurgitating information and all this other stuff. But I don't really see nobody saying like, hey, this person ain't adding value to you, just stop watching them. I mean, there's certain people that'll say it in a different way, but I'm just saying, I'm not going to tell you that you don't need to watch them. I'm just saying that you are the own individual that started this by yourself. And yeah, you may have kind of got that extra boost from YouTubers, but at the end of the day, the decision to be in AMC and continue and get 8 was from you deciding to hold for whatever your reasons were, whatever that may be. Everybody has their own reason on why they're still in the play and why they got into the play in the first place. And it shouldn't be because of a YouTuber. You know, I'm saying that we don't need our confidence from them. We don't need to sit up here and be like, we have to watch them as much as we used to. You know, like if they're not talking about something that can provide us with new updated information or something of any value, dude, you know, and there's good YouTubers who don't have to put out a lot of information, but they're just good supporters and rallies of the community, and that's good too. Everybody has to play their role. Like, everybody doesn't always have to come out and make a video and provide information all the time. You have certain individual YouTubers for that, but you got to kind of pick and choose on who you're gonna let in your brain, who you're gonna let in your circle. You know what I'm saying? Your mental state. You know, and I feel like a lot of this YouTube stuff is wishy-washy, man, and in a lot of ways it's manipulative. You know, and people walk away from these YouTube videos feeling some type of way, man. Whether they're happy, down, sad. And it can really make a decision on whether you sell some shares, sell everything, or continue to hold. And it sucks, man. And I just feel like a lot of retail is stressed out. And my whole thing is you don't have to be like that. And if it is stressing you out, take the time to reevaluate and be like, okay, which one of these YouTubers is actually in our corner as part of the community and is trying to help? Okay, which one's not? You know, which one's just talking mess all the time? Which ones have doubt? Okay, how does that person make me feel when I watch their videos? Do I feel cool? Do I feel encouraged? Do I feel happy? Do they, like, whatever? Do I feel sad? Do I feel upset? And if you feel upset, maybe you need to cut them off, bro. If you feel like what a YouTuber says dictates your way that you handle things and go about your life, you gotta cut people off, bro. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, unsubscribe, man, and keep it pushing. We don't need YouTubers for that. You know, we made our own decision, you know, and that's the whole traditional way of trading anyway, right? You buy and you hold. That's another thing. I'm already at the 10-minute mark, so I'm just gonna keep it short. But that's another thing, man. It's just like, why, you know, that's another thing why I get upset with some of these YouTubers, because everybody wants to jump in and out of plays, do all these IPO things and all this stuff, and try to teach new investors coming in that they always got to jump in and out of different shit. And I'm just kind of like, what happened to the traditional way of investing? Yeah, even though that we're in a fucked up state with the stock market hypothetically being rigged and whatever, we know the deal, we know. But that being said, it's kind of like, good things still come to those who wait, bro, who wait it out and who deal with the stuff. And as long as you have that mindset to where whatever you invested in, you're kind of have that mindset to being like, I'm just gonna hold it for a while and just make money over time. Keep yourself busy. You know, always try to have that mindset of like trying to have like 6 hustles. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about like hustle. I'm just saying, like, you know, find things to do. You feel me? You know, have your regular job. You know, if you need a second little job or a side thing, you know, do a Instacart, DoorDash or something, Uber Eats or something on the weekends or whatever after your job. You know, make a little bit of extra change, and you can use that money for the week or use it to put it in the stocks. That's another play. That's another way of income. I look at stocks and crypto as 2 different things. That's 3 different hustles, 4 different hustles already. Job, secondary side little hustle. That money can turn in, you know, use that money. If you don't use it for work week income, you can use it for stock income. Make some money in the stock market when you got time during the week. Take some of that money, put it into crypto or do whatever, or however you want to do it, man. So that's like 4 incomes right there. You know, 4 little ways to try to make some money, but just kind of keep busy, man. I feel like the more we watch these YouTubers, the more we want to pull our hair out, and I'm just kind of like, you don't need it. So you guys stay blessed. I just kind of wanted to have a conversation with you guys, just like straight up, you know what I'm saying? Like a straight up conversation. Like, we don't really need them, dude. I know a lot of people watch them for whatever their reasons are, some for entertainment, but I think it just gets to a point to where it's like, enough is enough. Like, we got to stop this. You know, especially if it's getting you to a point to where you're making decisions based on what they say. That's not cool. So I'll be back later. Deuces.